Hello and welcome to Gamescom. We're here at the Xbox show floor to check out Sea of Thieves. I'm here with lead designer Mike Chapman. How are you today?
Very well, yeah. Great to get the game into real players' hands again. So, yeah, off the back of a phenomenal E3, we brought the game to Gamescom to the Member of the Republic to get hands-on. Looking forward to a great week.
All right, so please tell me what you're showing here at Gamescom for the European audience.
Sure, so it's essentially an experience that focuses more on the ship combat experience. So we've got crews of players playing together, but we've also got some cool items in there like the grog and the musical instruments, items that speak more about the kind of the humor and the tone of the game, but essentially it's crews out there in this big world, battling, singing each other and having a great time.
Yeah, so this game has been like a surprise hit. People seem to very love it a lot. So it's mainly a multiplayer game?
Well, I mean, we consider it to be a shared world adventure, so acronym SWAG, we're very proud of we came up with that. But yeah, you're in this kind of shared world filled of real players, so you could be out there adventuring with your friends, sharing that ship together as a crew, but you might be adventuring and just come across a ship on the horizon. And what's special about Sea of Thieves is you know that's a crew of real players, and you don't know, it's like you're in this real pirate world, you don't know what they want, what threat they pose to you, whether they want to form an alliance, it's just all that unknown intent, it's just the magic of being out there on the open water. It's this ultimate cooperative adventure game that we're building.
So it's very co-op oriented. If you're more of a solo player who doesn't mind matchmaking with other people, how does that work? Is there a lobby, or do you have to go in pre-made? Can you go in solo?
So, no, great question. I think when we show Sea of Thieves, I think when we talk about this fantastical world where you can be the pirate you want to be in this kind of rich, kind of fantasy pirate world, I think people naturally want to experience it on their own. So that is something that we will support longer term, where if you want to come in and play on a small ship and experience the game, you absolutely can. But what's special about Sea of Thieves is the emergence of being in that shared world. So even if you do play on a small ship, you're still going to be online, you're still going to be playing with other people. But there's no fast travel in the game per se, so when you're out there, you can just avoid other players, you can be that lone explorer and just pick a point on the horizon and explore on your own. You can have that experience if that's what you want. So, specialities as a crew member, does it matter if you're very good at a certain task? Can you be, if you run into a ship and they say, hey, we need a particular guy, but you're not good at that skill, how flexible can you be as a crew? It's really flexible. I mean, the freedom of the mechanics is something that was absolutely core to the design of Sea of Thieves. I mean, very early on in development, we decided that we didn't want to have fixed player roles. I mean, the roles are assigned dynamically by the crew, so you don't kind of progress a cannon skill or progress a wheel skill. It's first person, you're on this boat, anyone can walk up to the wheel, grab it, anyone can walk up to the sail ropes and just interact with them. It's very kind of immersive and dynamic, and what's special is the way crews naturally assign those roles. So you might be in this encounter that you haven't experienced before, where your ship is taking cannon fire, someone needs to run downstairs and repair the ship, someone needs to grab the wheel to avoid something in the world. It's completely dynamic, and what's special about that is the difference between kind of like the good crews and the excellent crews is how well people communicate together. I think that's what makes the cooperative nature of the game so special in Sea of Thieves.
Playing together a lot, you would like to run into the same people over and over again. Is there some sort of a guild system, considering there's like always a crew?
So I think providing ways for players to get match made in-game and out of game is something we are looking at. I think guilds is really interesting, we are looking at that. I think we've always liked the idea of players kind of making connections in the game, and having that crew relationship is such a natural fit to playing with like-minded players and playing with your friends, so that's something we'll be talking a lot more about in the future, but yeah, I mean, we're looking at it very seriously.
So if you had your own ship, what would you name it?
Oh, what would I name it? Oh, I'd call it the Hellbound Mermaid.
When can we expect Sea of Thieves to be released?
So, I mean, right now we're building out the core experience, building out what's special about Sea of Thieves. I mean, our next big goal that we're driving towards as a team is to get the game into players' hands as part of a beta. That's the only thing we're focusing on right now. Let real players get hands-on, and then let's hear their feedback and let's continue to build the game out.
Right, thank you very much. That was Sea of Thieves. For more stuff on Gamescom this year, I'm Tam2. Keep it here on Zoomin Games.